Let me walk you through solving 3 equations, 3 unknowns by hand. Because I noticed in a lot of cases that you're adding extra steps that you don't need. So think about only what you need, exactly what you need to do. You'd like to create, from 3 equations and 3 unknowns, 2 equations with just 2 unknowns. So the way to do that is to, say in the first equation and the second equation, use the first and second equation to eliminate x. Use the first and third equation to eliminate x again, then you'd have 2 equations with 2 unknowns in them. So the first and second equation, I shoot for 15 and minus 15 x's, and I choose the right numbers to multiply by, multiply across carefully, and the result is one equation that just has y and z in it. Likewise for the first and third equation, I want the x's to disappear, so I'll try to have 6 and minus 6. Then choose the numbers that would produce 6x in the first equation and minus 3x in the second equation. I multiply the entire equation by those numbers, 2 times the first equation minus 3 times the second equation, carefully and watching the signs and numbers. And that gives me another equation that just has y and z in it alone. So these 2 equations, a and b, I'm going to bring them together. And I want to eliminate either y or z. Either one will do. I notice that 26z negative and 26z negative in both equations. What if I multiplied the equation b by negative 1? Then I will have no z's left when I add them together. So I add these 2 equations together like that. I have 3y is equal to 6, so y has to be 2. That's the first part of the answer I find, y is 2. Then I could go back to a or b and use y equals 2 to find out what z is. So insert 2 in the place of y. Do your arithmetic carefully. Keep your eyes on the signs so that you don't lose one of the signs. Then you find out that z has to be minus 2. Now you know what y and z are, 2 and minus 2. One more step, you need to find out what x is. So you have to go back to one of the original equations. Any one will do, but I'll take the third one. So I plug in 2 for y and minus 2 for z in the third equation. And then I do my arithmetic, say if I can find out what x equals. 2 times x is equal to 2, x is equal to 1. I could take these answers now, 1, 2, and minus 2, and I could test them in each of these equations myself by hand to see if they work. For example, the first equation, 3 minus 14 plus 8. 3 minus 14 plus 8 is negative 3. Or I could enter this system into the calculator to check the answer. The calculator would confirm the answer is 1, 2, minus 2. But do not add extra steps. Only do the steps you need to do. Pick a variable to eliminate. Eliminate it in 2 pairs of equations, and then move on to 2 equations, 2 unknowns. Don't use the 3 equations over and over again. Try that, test another problem, see if that makes it easier for you.